Hey, welcome everybody. What's going on to the Chop Sports? Welcome to the Chop Sports Show, coming to you live right now on the old Chop Sports YouTube, coming to you live from Richard Lucas Chevrolet and Subaru studio right here in Matawan, New Jersey. It is Sturch, it is Gooch, it is Wrestling Rob behind the glass. Are you okay over there?
It is the Custom Cabinet Creation Sports Desk.
Oh, is that why you're pointing to the desk? I wasn't going to forget the desk.
Yeah, right.
I really wasn't. I don't think I was.
Yeah,
but anyway, sorry about that, Rob. I didn't bring your mic over there. Good morning to you. Hope you're doing well as well over there.
Chris's hair looks really good today. I don't know what it is. Baby. I don't know what it is.
You got a haircut yesterday.
I got my hair done.
Looks very
good morning, Scoop. And by the way, Scoop, I'm gonna just not record this, but I'm just gonna check the text log real quick, Scoop. And it looks to me that you texted me at 10:57, 10:58, and 11:10, and I didn't answer you. That just goes to show you that I was sleeping. So don't text me that late, okay? I'm tired.
Dave
I couldn't even.
off.
I literally, when I tell you I almost fell asleep during the end of the game last night, I was bobbing. It wasn't fun. Don't say the rest. I was back and forth, in and out of sleep. I'm tired, man. I'm tired.
Scoop was up trying out outfits for Comic-Con next year.
Exactly. Is that next week, or are you just thinking it is?
Probably.
Isn't it like a Comic-Con?
He probably goes every week to every country. If
what a weirdo. Anyway, hope everybody's doing well out there. If you want to support Chop Sports, you can do so by heading on to the Patreon, patreon.com/ whatever you want to call it, Chop Sports. That's the way to do it. $3, $5, $10 variations. There's Dynasty members out there about to cash in tonight on a Break Buds. You can promote it here and now because we're excited about it. It'll be a packed house.
Bro, we got the Break Buds going tonight. Let me just bring over some stuff here.
Oh, okay.
So this is actually going out in the one break for the Chop Sports people. There's also a full-size helmet. And you guys know how we do. There's an overtime involved. And we're also combining it. There's an eBay break that's also being combined into this one. So there's going to be a bunch of shit that's being ripped open today. And there's spots available on the eBay break that did not sell out. So we're doing 3 teams for $25 or $10 a spot. If you're interested in that, I don't feel like there's enough people in the room. I'll probably run this back again later.
Run it back before we
run it back again later as we fill up a little bit. But yeah, there's some spots open in the other jersey break. We're doing 2 jerseys. There's 2 spots. So let me run that back. There's 2 jerseys, $10.
See, if Joe would have just answered his phone the first 7 times you called.
Why don't you just leave it out?
Because I'll break it out again in a little bit.
He'll forget.
Anyway, I won't forget.
Lots to discuss today. Obviously, unfortunately, Yankees dropped game 1. We'll get into it. The NBA tipped off last night. A lot of stuff going on. But Gooch, you have it all in your rundown. It's being brought to you by our friends at Absolute Eyewear. If you say Chop Sports, go on over to Absolute Eyewear right now and say Chop Sports. You get $100 off frames and lenses. So go say hello to Craig and Johnny and Mashad over in Woodbridge, New Jersey, right next to the train
3
station.
for 25.
I knew it. That was coming. You knew that. You actually said that on the phone. You're like, our boys will be buying it.
I said, Joey. I said, Sam will probably want in, and Kyle will.
He probably thinks he actually probably thinks that it's right now. It's like the break right now. Like, give me
Sam is like pretty well versed on how the break.
Is Sam coming in the studio tonight? Because I mean,
sure he'll pop in.
Pop in, grab your winnings because you know you're just going to claim something.
So
right?
bear with me on the NBA rundown because we do have a lot of NBA action. I'm not going to go through a ton of it, but the NBA season kicked off. The Celtics
tipped off.
Fuck. The Celtics beat the Sixers and the Lakers looked abysmal. They shot 10 for 40 for 3. I don't know why they're shooting 43s.
How did LeBron do?
10 for 40. LeBron looked okay. It's not LeBron's fault the team can't shoot. But LeBron at age 40, the Lakers look like they're, I don't know about them right now. They're going to have to make some moves. Bro.
Who'd they lose to?
They lost to Golden State. But it's besides the point. The Lakers look like they're
Draymond play?
Like Anthony Davis sucks. Draymond played, yeah.
So no suspension for knocking the shit out of his team.
He wasn't getting suspended. He had a green suit on. Draymond acted like he did not give a shit
about
what was going down. And rightfully so. It's the NBA. Trailblazers took out the Kings. The Suns beat the Mavericks. Utah beat Denver. Golden State. I already said that. Minnesota Timberwolves took out Oklahoma City Thunder. What else we got? The Knicks. The Knicks. They won.
They lost.
According to the point spread, they won. They didn't win, but they lost in overtime. Nice way to fight back. They were getting the shit beat out of them at one point, and the Knicks did fight back in that one. And I wanted to shout out Scoop, DeMar DeRozan, 37 points in a win. That MVP bet that you did or did not place is looking good or bad, depending on whether
he already placed a bet on.
No, it's just
futures?
An inside joke.
From last year.
Pistons won, Wizards won, Hawks won, And guess what, guys? The Pelicans beat the shit out of the Nets in Brooklyn. So the Nets still cannot win home games. And Zion looked like...
And Kyrie's playing in them now.
Zion looked like the rest of his body grew into his fat ass. And now he looks like a normal person. But like a freak of an athlete, normal person. So
he played well. I think he's 21-9, if I'm not mistaken. But
yeah, and if it looked like the small parts of the game that I saw, it looked like he was able to get to whatever spot he wanted to on the court. So Zion, if he could stay healthy... Beast, absolute beast. NFL stuff. Daniel Snyder.
Mm-hmm.
There was the news that we talked about how he was like investigating fellow NFL owners and things like that. He released a statement to the said owners and said that he would never do such a thing. Jim Irsay basically held court for 10 minutes after the owners' meetings and said, yeah, fuck that guy. We don't like him. And it's very rare that you'll see an NFL owner talk as public as Jim Irsay did about another NFL owner. So the wheels came off on the Daniel Snyder owning the Commanders, I think.
And shout out to my boy Jerry.
He's the only one in
Hey Daniel, go fuck yourself.
One and only lone owner that doesn't like Roger Goodell. But also I think it's also has to do with the fact that he's still the one of the few guys that are backing Daniel Snyder, which I think is a problem.
I don't think that's a thing.
There
was a 31-1 vote based off of Goodell's salary. It had nothing to do with the Snyder backing. It didn't. They didn't vote on Snyder.
I'm just saying. I read this
from what I heard from Jim Irsay and all, or at least reports, is that 24 owners would be easily saying get out.
Yeah.
So bye. That's it. All you need is what majority. You would assume.
But they're saying that the one thing that's stopping the potential ousting of a Daniel Snyder is the reach that Jerry Jones has. So basically, Jerry Jones is on one side of it, and if he's telling other owners like, "Hey, don't," you know what I mean? Because Jerry has a lot of power. They're going to maybe, even if they believe it's in the best interest of the league to do it, they're going to side with their guy, Jerry, because he has that type of pull. We'll see how it plays out. Really, at the end of the day, it's a bunch of rich pieces of shit white guys that are, dictating a lot of things that they probably shouldn't be, but that's what money does. Anyway, Major League Baseball, the Yankees suck. They got beat. Bullpen
rough
isn't going to get it done for the
Tough
Yankees.
sledding.
I'm very worried about that. And the Phillies are tied.
We're all back. Padres. We're all back in on the. Are we all back in on the Fire Boone train or no? Based off of a decision last night, like you can't tell me. First of all, starting IKF at shortstop is a good thing. I don't care. Like he's obviously not as good as what we could replace him with. That's literally on our ALCS roster. That's one. Two, you left in Schmidt just a little too long, and like while he had a great little start, you kind of knew that the wheels were falling off. You stuck with him and he got lit up twice. And it's just like, at that point, you know damn well that you should have made a move and you didn't. And that's complacency. That's your analytical people being wrong. That is whatever powers to be that you're listening to. That's the reason why it all fell apart yesterday. Because if you're 1-1 with Verlander against Tyon the entire game, you got to come out of that game and win. But you have to.
It was weird because 1-1, it looked like we were getting to Verlander a little bit, but at the end of the day, the Yankees struck out 17 times yesterday.
A lot, yeah.
17 strikeouts to 2, right? So the biggest differential in a playoff game in MLB history. I'm the first person to bash Aaron Boone, and I have no skin in the game in terms of keeping Aaron Boone around. I don't want him. I want him gone as well, but I don't think yesterday. Look, we went into that game yesterday, Yankees Tyon on the road against Justin Verlander. The odds are we weren't going to get that one. So it's like, all right, I'll give Boone the pass. But the truth is, it's about the series for me. If Aaron Boone doesn't win the series, then he's got to go. It's be 5 years now without really getting to the next level. Did Aaron Boone even manage in a World Series?
No.
So
they haven't been there since 2009.
And I know that that's a high standard, and most guys making the postseason 5 years in a row is something to, tip your cap at, but not in the Yankees.
How about the fact that the Astros have gotten there 5 years in a row to the ALCS, not even just the playoffs, and then won some World Series. Look, there's no ways around it. Okay, we knew what the Astros are. Like, it's not like they are who we thought they were. Like, they're a good team, right? I could say every Yankee fan can carry the grudge forever, and I do too. And for 2017 and potentially 2019, which was never proven. But what I'm saying is this. In 2022, they were still knocking the shit out of the ball, right? They still got some stud baseball players over there and a great pitching staff. So we knew what we were getting ourselves into. We're coming off a very high win over Cleveland the night before. They're celebrating. They're drinking champagne. They're getting on a plane. They're not getting into Cleveland until 2 a.m. Like, you had the rest, like, the writing was on the wall that the Yankees weren't going to come out and show out, right? But shout out, first of all, to my newest favorite Yankee. I'm calling it now. I'm declaring it now, and I hope he's there for a long time. Harrison Bader, my favorite Yankee, and it's not close, outside of Judge, obviously. But, like, Harrison Bader is that dude They're making you forget about the fact that we traded away Jordan Montgomery.
I forgot about that
Well, that's what I'm saying.
the day before it happened.
Well, the fact that Jordan Montgomery was off to a start right after the trade, and we had to wait on a Harrison Bader. But now it's time. It's time. It's Bader time. Get it? Get it, Rob?
I get it.
Yeah, you got that
I
one.
agree.
He's one of the better players in the postseason right now. Through what, 6 games? The guy's got what, 4 home runs, 5 home runs, or something like that. Bader's playing very well, so it is what it is. The Yankees will get back tonight. It's Luis Severino. I don't even know who's on the hill for the
Framber.
I'm assuming he's good.
Do they need rest?
He's
though?
good.
It doesn't matter. You don't
need rest.
You can't call timeout. You know,
No,
you got to go
understand
play.
that.
I would
I'm just
say so,
asking.
probably in terms of like the matchup that they're going up against a very well-rested bullpen, a lineup that's had a couple days off to get rid of all their nicks and cuts or bumps and bruises. But this is baseball. It's the playoffs.
Susan?
It's not supposed to be easy. They dealt with a couple of rainouts that I think benefited them in the last series, but now they're paying the price in terms of having Nestor go in that one game instead of Tyon. Even though I think Tyon delivered against the Astros yesterday.
Pitched very well yesterday.
You can make the case that they maybe should have left him in, but they did give up the leadoff double. So maybe not.
Hey, James Rube, welcome back to the party. Bader hits better than Judge, that's for sure. Yeah, right now he is. Judge can't. If Judge isn't launching off into orbit, he's striking out. So I mean, and also shout out to Giancarlo Stanton. The guy is still crushing the ball. You could tell the guy is locked in. Did you see him make that catch in left field and like just completely destroy the scoreboard?
Fuck
like
the Yankees from yesterday. All about it.
What?
All the Yankees yesterday sucked to me. Even Tyon. He only went 4 innings.
He went more than 4 innings.
4 and a
dude.
third.
No, bro.
Oh yeah, check.
Who are they bringing after him? It wasn't Schmidt because Schmidt lost the lead in like the 6th, 7th. No,
Tyon gave up a double in the 5th, and they pulled him.
I don't know.
Who's number 8? Whoever was
in
pitching
and out of
yesterday,
sleep last night.
number
What?
80, number 86 for the Yankees. He's a
Schmidt.
pitcher, bro. I was watching that, like him pitch yesterday. I was like, he looked nervous, and I
Bro,
looked
he
nervous.
got
I looked nervous
destroyed.
for him.
He got this. He was the pitcher for the Cleveland Guardians walk off.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so he's been getting rocked
nervous,
around. Yes,
dude.
Scoop's coming in confirming 4 and a third. Whatever, fine. Felt like longer. Okay. Also, shout out to TBS, by the way, who thank you for not giving us Bob Costas. I definitely enjoyed that part. But the second part is I saw a tweet last night that was from TBS or somewhere around TBS, that kind of thing, saying like first pitch 8:05. 8:05 is what I read. So here I am doing bath time and I'm doing all this stuff. Not for me. I'm just sitting there scrubbing up dubbing. No, it's me and my kids. I'm doing bath time.
The train is not big, Enug.
My hands aren't even wrinkled up yet. Keep reading. But no, for real. Like on that, like 7:40 comes around. My brother texts me and he goes, "We need to get a run here." And I said, "A run where?" He's like, "The Yankees." I'm like, "They don't start for another 20 minutes. What are you talking about?" He's like, "It's the top of the first." I was like, I got so when I tell you, like my whole world just got disoriented. Like I didn't know what was happening. So what time's tonight? 7:37 again? Same time, same bad channel. All right, fine. In. Anyway. Oh, yes. By the way, shout out. This is not breaking news, but any of you Taylor Swift heads out there, tonight at midnight's drops Taylor Swift's new album.
Yes,
I'm in. Let's go.
Unite.
Still really
No,
want
but
to
not
get to
only
a
that,
concert.
there's like a sneak peek in the third quarter of tonight's Thursday night football game where Taylor Swift does a little drop on her special projects that she's been working on. So there's going to be extra viewership on
Taylor,
Thursday night
I want you to
football.
work on a special
The boys
project
are going to
with
show
me.
out. So what are we going to get? Like one touchdown tonight from the two teams combined? What are we thinking? Thursday night
We've
football.
been waiting all night for Thursday night. You know what we should do on the Break Buds? We should give away an autographed like microphone or something like that from Taylor Swift. That'll get people in here.
Bro, they do
Tay-Tay.
they do celebrity breaks. So there's like things you could buy into. Joe was trying to explain
saw
it to
that.
me,
He told
and
me
like
that
there,
too.
it is
He
was talking
somewhat
to me
cool,
about that.
but it's just like our customers aren't buying into like a Michael Jackson signed white
Yes,
glove.
You know you could get a Willie Beeman jersey.
I
in one of
heard.
those
Yeah, I
things?
talked to him
Bro,
in Muck
that would
Dogs.
be
They're
So,
in.
you remember
they're
when
in
Bobby
these breaks,
Boucher
they're
got
in these
halftime, do
breaks.
ya?
There's a Mud Dogs and a Willie Beeman. Yeah, Bobby Boucher. And a
I want the
Willie
Willie Beeman
That would be
worse than
so
anybody.
dope.
So
Me
here's
too.
how the Willie Beeman is going to go down, and the Boucher. If those jerseys get pulled, we're not selling that spot.
we just fist fight over it.
No, we're just
Oh.
going to
Oh,
random.
then it's mine.
Random. It's going to go.
Oh,
it's
he
gonna,
told me you're
we're
gonna
gonna go to the
random
wheel.
elimination, right?
I don't know how he's going to do it.
Bro, what? That's how you're doing it? I'll pay double.
It's no.
God damn
He
it.
said, yeah, like elimination, like it'd be like you spin
Yeah,
a
we're
wheel,
going to go to the
somebody
wheel.
comes off, spin a wheel, somebody
in
comes
fact,
off.
it is a Willie Beeman jersey or a Bobby Boucher. There is no team
I
that
didn't
bought
Willie.
that. So
Willie That'd be
then,
dope,
then
though.
it
That'd be
becomes
dope
like,
content.
okay, what do we do with this jersey? Well, it's got to go to somebody that bought into the break. So we then spin the wheel and it goes to somebody.
And if it's a Cowboy fan who gets the Willie Beeman jersey, I will trade you straight up for a Jason Witten autographed jersey, and I'll hang that Willie Beeman right behind my desk. Anyway, so before we get into everything else, I do want to let you guys know that this show is being brought to you in part by the Richard Lucas Chevrolet and Subaru dealership. Go visit those guys right now. Go see my boy George. Go see my boy Greg. Chevy and Subaru selling all and leasing all new and used Chevys and Subarus. Those guys are great. I actually missed my Blazer yesterday. I switched out with my dad, who's driving a Dodge. I don't know what he's doing with his life, but he's not driving a Chevy. So the next time he gets a new truck, I'm going to send him right over to George. And then I got my Chevy Blazer back, and I felt like it's a beautiful vehicle. Go check it out. Also, the Pickett app. Use the code CHOPSPORTS if you guys want to log your bets and go one-on-one with the world, really. Show everybody that you're doing good or doing bad. Doing wood. You fade
like paint.
What?
Wood.
Wood? What?
You don't know that? It's from the same movie.
I didn't hear what you said.
Tastes like paint.
And wood. Oh, with the paint. Yes, great. That's good.
I'll never make another movie reference again. I promise.
I have no idea what you're talking
Dennis
about.
the Menace.
Oh.
You ever see it?
Yeah, of course I've seen it.
Oh, obviously you haven't. It's been a long
time. Not since I was like 7.
It's been a long time. Anyway, also, so the Pickett app, go check out our friends over at Hater Fantasy Sports, doing all the Hater stuff over there. HaterFantasySports.com is the website for over there. SteveAspire.com, the guy who created our website. Go check him out as well. And our friends down the hall at Lowell's. They're doing the wonderful stuff for Matawan Day. So if you're around the area in Matawan, you want to hang out with Sturch Gooch on Saturday from 12 to 5 right there on Main Street in Matawan. We will be setting up a nice little table ski, couple tables, couple tents, have some fun, do some interviews,
doing some content,
giveaways, all that stuff. So we're going to have some fun over there. So thank you to Lowell's for supplying us with the water bottles, the shirts, everything that you'll be getting over there. And, of course, to Mojo, who supplied us with some hats. And we're going to be doing some Mojo stuff. Head on over to mojo.com to go and educate yourself on that entire app. Let me tell you something, dude. I'm getting better at it as the days go by. I'm making money over there, real actual money. So it's not like these, you make a penny here and there. Like you're making actual money if you play the market right. We're doing that. You can go check out myself and Chris over on the Mojo Market Report right now on their YouTube channel, which actually is in the description of this show. So after you're done watching us here, head on over there, like that video, like this video if you're watching. That helps us as well. And that's it. We're going to head into Thursday night football.
Joe, real quick, buddy, hit me up on the side right now.
Ooh,
I know you're watching. I want to know how many teams are left in that jersey break because
you just put it up. I had it up on the screen.
There's only a couple, but there's been a lot of sold.
A lot of movement in the past couple of minutes. Look, the Jags, Bengals, and Broncos are gone.
Yeah, no. I don't even know what.
Did he really write them without spaces?
Yeah.
Is he a psycho?
Joe, text me.
Joe, what is that?
Joe, just text me the teams that are
spaces?
available because if there's like just 3 teams left, hold them.
He said 2 jerseys, 0 teams available.
Whatever the case may be.
I think that's what
Joe.
that
It's a space bar, dog. I know it's on the phone and on the computer. Use it. That looks like a cluster F, and I don't know what you were thinking about there. Yes,
Dang.
let's do it right into the game, and back to the comments as well. Bring it down to the bottom so I know who's chiming on in here. No, it came out like that. Bullshit.
That's what my mom said about me.
That's a good story. Current records heading into Thursday night football. Toomph Anthony redeemed himself last week with his Thursday night pick. He's 6-1. I know his pick. We'll get to him last. And of course, Monday night football, myself and Rob dropped that one, and Gooch goes over 500. So Gooch is now 48-47 against the spread on this show, and I'm 46-49, as Rob is now 37-58, looking for a late season run.
I went 8-4 this week, though, guys. So,
but you did go 8-4. All right, I will preface that Rob's on a heater right now. Everybody,
I mean,
make sure you get involved.
Is a solid.
Remember
week.
the day. What time is the game tonight? They want to know. It's at, I believe it is 8.
What time is the game tonight?
The game tonight is at 8:15.
There you go.
Yeah, but the Yankee game is 7:37.
Well, she was definitely talking about the Taylor Swift game.
Oh God! So she's literally just tuning in just for that.
100%.
So
and
Ash, I'll even narrow it down for you, Ash. Third quarter on a Thursday night football game, 10:30.
I'll get this out of the way. She also knows that I placed a bet on the Cardinals -2.5 tonight, so she's heavily involved on the date.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you're. And obviously a happy belated birthday publicly on this forum because I know her birthday was the other day when we weren't on the air. So yeah, happy birthday, Ash. Hope it was good.
Yes, birthday baby.
You didn't have to do that. You didn't have to do that, but you just did it anyway. So anyway, Thursday night football. Let's get into it. The Arizona Cardinals wearing the all blacks ladies and gentlemen, for the first time. Black helmet, red logo on the helmet. Now I sound like Bob Papa. Black jersey, black pants, black everything, all blacked out. Yeah, so they're going to be wearing all that, taking on a team that won't be able to wear all their black, and that is the New Orleans Saints coming in. Big things to discuss about this one because of the fact that we don't know who the quarterback's going to be. As of right now, when we were doing the Mojo Market Report, it was still up in the air. At 11:20 in the morning right now, live, it's still up in the air. So it's really all about if Andy Dalton is healthy enough, he'll go. But it's really about Jameis. That's another problem with these Thursday night games. It's like you can't even get the appropriate rest to get your players back. You know what I'm saying?
Jameis has been well rested for quite some time now. He's just not healthy. So I don't know that 2 more days would have mattered. I think you're going to see Jameis with this designation next to him all season long. I don't know if that he needs some real time. So a couple weeks and then a game that equals a setback as far as I see it. And Dalton's dealing with a back injury as well. Maybe we get some Ian Book tonight.
Little Ian Book action. I'm also watching Rob attempt to type.
I was trying to get their
sign your buying stuff. Yeah, man.
Since it's funny, Joe hasn't texted me yet.
He put it in a thing though. What team?
Oh, he did.
Oh, it's right there. Okay. Jerseys plus OT available. Panthers, Browns, Texans, Colts, Rams. So anyway,
this is just not right. He needs to redo that. Anyway,
we'll do that later.
What are we thinking about the over for this game though?
Well, considering the fact that we've watched a lot of piss poor football on Thursday nights,
it's bound to happen. Right?
This seems like are both off the injury report.
All
right.
I said that I saw this. All right, off the injury report. So which one?
But that doesn't matter. When I tell you that doesn't matter.
Which one is
so was Dalton Schultz going into Sunday night, and he was inactive. Like off the injury report.
From what I saw about these two guys, it's very similar to the way they treated Teddy Bridgewater last week, where after Skylar Thompson went down, Bridgewater was able to go in and play, but they're almost treating these guys both like they're supposed to be the backup because they're neither one are fully healthy to play, and they haven't decided which one's going to go. I agree that it's probably a joke when I said Ian Book because it's going to be these two, one of these two, but which one? And does it matter which one is a better question? Who's preferable? And if you're betting this,
does it matter because the Arizona defense is kind of shitty? Does it matter who plays?
I mean, I think it does matter who plays because the Arizona defense is shitty, but they do blitz a lot. And I think Jameis Winston probably throws a lot of picks against the blitz. They're shutting down number one corners in Arizona. You watched the Prop Beavers video before, right? So they did a lot of research over there at the Sauce Network that I piggybacked off of. And I'll just say, like, yeah, they're not doing well. Wide receiver one. So I would probably fade Olave tonight a little bit if that's possible. I think the Arizona defense is gonna have their way a little bit tonight. I really do like the Cardinals in this one. Their defense really does suck, but getting Hopkins back is the most important thing and most important aspect of this game. They've been dying for a number one receiver. Hollywood Brown's out, and it would be nice to get a full complement, but they did bring in Robbie Anderson.
Wait, does that mean is it Rondell Moore season?
It could very well be Rondell Moore
again
season,
and again and again.
Really, it's DeAndre Hopkins season. Marshawn Lattimore is ruled out.
Does Robbie Anderson play this week?
I don't know.
Probably.
Yeah, right away.
I mean,
they kind of need him to.
No, I understand
15-yard post.
I know he knows how to run routes. He knows the route
Lattimore tonight.
Lattimore.
We just said that. Yeah,
Lattimore is out, and last week Jamar Chase burned him for 7 for 137. And
so maybe he's out with hurt feelings.
Yeah.
Well, no, Lattimore was out last week too.
So you just said Jamar Chase burned him.
Jamar Chase burned the Saints.
Without
Lattimore. So this version of the Saints secondary is coming to see DeAndre Hopkins, who's fully healthy. They labeled him a full go today. It came out a little bit before the show that DeAndre Hopkins was full steam ahead, and he's not coming off of an injury. He's coming off a suspension.
Juice bag.
He is a juice head, but we don't know how much that affected his play prior to. So no more juice for DeAndre Hopkins. Is he still going to be good? I think he's going to be all right.
Question mark.
So
I mean, without saying, Chris, you're on the Cardinals.
Yeah, I'm definitely.
Just so everybody knows, Tim Anthony was 6-1 on Thursday nights. He's also riding the Cardinals. For this game, you said in the Mojo Market Report, those unis, I know has nothing to do with analytics or nothing to do with any skill or anything like that. But I think the Cardinals crowd will be behind this one. I think they need to have this game, man. If they want to compete in the NFC West, which again isn't that great? It really isn't. When you look at it, the Niners are just lost to Atlanta, and the Rams don't look like anything like they were. In Seattle, yeah, they can put up some points, but overall they stink. So when you look at the Cardinals, to believe it or not, Chris, do you think this division is actually still up for grabs when it comes to the top spot? considering how bad how bad the Rams have played, I understand they're still winning games when they should. They beat the brakes off the fucking Cardinals, Panthers.
What's the separation right now between first and last? 2 games?
2 games, I think.
Yeah, so if it's 2 games, then it's clearly up for grabs. The Cardinals need to make things happen. But if you look, the Cardinals started off, I think, 9-0 last year. What is their record now? They got 2 wins, 1 win.
Yeah, the Cardinals right now are sitting at 2-4.
So they're 2-4.
And the division leader is 3-3. They're 1 game out right now. How about that?
Then obviously the division is still in play for the Cardinals. And DeAndre Hopkins is lucky to be coming back to a team that actually has something to play for, because the wheels looked like they came off. God, could you imagine if they didn't win that game against the Raiders? They'd have 1 win, and they'd still have a shot at the division, because I think that division's just a little bit overrated.
No NFC East, that's for sure. Obviously the Saints coming in 2-4 into this one on the road, and look, Danny DeJesus, by the way, yeah, shout out to you. Okay, you got your Eagle win, yay. Okay, I want that top 5 pick for Philly, rooting for the Cardinals hard. Yeah, Philadelphia. I was going over yesterday because we were talking about some of the college players in Mojo, and when I realized that Philadelphia right now has a top 5 pick and they're 6-0, I want to throw up everywhere. I was like, this is terrible. But it very well could be a thing. If the Saints shit the bed, the Eagles will keep moving up. And that's just very, very upsetting.
It's definitely, I'm auto betting the under in Thursday Night Football until I lose money. And then I'll probably bet it again the following week.
Just because. It's like betting on black. Heads red once. Guess what? Still betting on black the next time. Yeah. Casey Hammond coming in this commentary team tonight. Better not dick ride Taysom Hill like they do. That's the worst part of watching the Saints anymore. The announced team is okay and okay. All right.
That's why I didn't pull it up.
All right. Well, I left out the
For
other
those
stuff.
that didn't hear, the announcing team is jizzing their pants every time Taysom Hill grabs his balls. I meant gets the ball.
Or both. Either way. Look, Taysom Hill can have himself a day again. I'm slapping the under again on this team. I mean, look, prediction. The Cardinals go right down the field and score first. If they get the ball first, they're going to score. And everybody's going, well, there goes the under. But then the rest of the game's just kind of even itself out. The Cardinals will probably win this game. I'm going to go with the Cardinals as well. So that's 3 on the Cardinals. Are you clean sweeping this one, Rob?
Yes. If Jameis is playing, I might be going. If I knew Jameis is really going to play, I might go the other way. But I also think the NFL is like telling teams like, yo, this cannot be another week of a terrible game. Like
what are they going to do? Get better now.
You've seen the documentary, the NBA documentary. They talked not saying like just they got to have a good game this week.
So you're saying the refs are in on it? Conspiracy theory 101 here at Chop Sports today. Look, listen. I don't know.
I'm watching the football game like as much as I'm watching the Yankees playoffs. That's how much I care about the NFL. So I don't think it matters to them. Like I'm betting on it. I'm in. I get what you're saying, Rob, but I can't imagine that this measly ass Thursday night that's been failing for 5 years straight now, or however long they've been playing it. They're going to be like, yeah, we really need to fix the ratings for this Cardinals Saints game.
If the
Saints had a decent quarterback, then I could understand them being like.
Are you putting no respect on your boy Jameis if he goes?
He's banged up bad, and Jameis Winston has like 81.
If the Saints win this game, there won't be a half game out of first in the South. Because the Bucs keep losing. I say keep losing, but the Bucs just got upset. So look, both of these teams are struggling, but they're right in striking distance of their division leaders. So that's the interesting part about it, I guess, if you really want to try to put lipstick on a pig on this one, because it's just, I don't know, just doesn't appeal to me.
I'm here.
Who's here? Yeah.
Lipstick on a pig, the Kermit the Frog and Pat Mahomes. Isn't Kermit the Frog date Miss Piggy?
Yes,
she likes him. I don't know if he.
Oh yeah, he's always playing hard to get for a long time.
I mean, he's
Kermit, and he's like, get the fuck away from me,
you fucking pig.
She's a pig, god damn it! I can't do Kermit, but I'm trying here. All right, so that's the fucking Thursday Night Football game. Extraordinarily bad already. The hype is real, and we're all on the Cardinals tonight, so you should be too.
Chris, fantasy football question real quick.
Fantasy football.
And it's not even like about. It's not even about like who I should play or anything. Do you think?
No.
The top. It's kind of like the top guys aren't doing really good so far, especially running backs. Najee.
I said it going into last year too. Like
Javonte's on the hospital bed.
Going into this season, if you looked at the backs that were picked in the top 8, they all sucked. It was Jonathan Taylor that lit it up. There was a bunch, even Najee.
Wait a minute. In before Rube comes into comments, so I told you Saquon and Christian McCaffrey. Okay, we get it. Good, done. It's already good.
Well, Saquon and Christian McCaffrey. I mean, McCaffrey's not really doing great.
I don't think so.
He's scoring points. Like he's not. I mean, he ain't blowing the doors off any scoreboards, but he's out. He's not hurt.
McCaffrey's
That's
not,
a win all
I
itself.
don't think McCaffrey's living up to his draft status if you were picking him number 2 overall.
This is true.
Right. So that's that. But Saquon wasn't picked high. Maybe you might have saw him at the back end of the first round, but the guys that went early last year, they didn't do well, and the guys that went early this year, I mean, the verdict is still out. I have to actually look at it.
Well, 6 weeks in, so also there's a lot of football left.
Not as involved with fantasy as I should be, but
we got other things to do.
Yeah,
it's busy times over here.
I have to do a little deep dive on.
How are you doing in fantasy as far as your records are
concerned? Fantasy football scores are the lowest they've been in 13 years.
Yeah,
defense.
That's true too, though.
I've had a couple good weeks in a row, but I really stumbled out of the gate with a lot of my teams. So,
how are the wideouts doing?
That's a good point.
Is that he's not asking? He knows. He knows the answer. Rube knows the answer. That was an open-ended question. I'm assuming it's a rhetorical, basically meaning the wide receivers are doing well.
I think the tight ends are doing
Cooper Kupp has done me well, and I drafted him like 5th overall in my house league. So I don't know.
Nobody's doing good. I think the NFL, everybody sucks.
It's like is it that teams are getting better, that everybody's like that? You look at the NBA now. When you used to look at the NBA in the 90s and 80s, and not everybody was as good as everybody else. You know what I'm saying?
There's a lot of parity in the league.
You watch it now, and it's like the third guy on your bench is just as good as somebody else on the floor. The NFL is starting to get like that now.
Kupp, Chase, Diggs, Adams are all crushing. He said, "Oh yeah, I mean justifiably so. Look who's throwing them the football. They have decent quarterbacks.
Really hasn't even gotten going yet.
Right? Jamar Chase went off last week. That was his first one that he actually went off.
And Jefferson and." He didn't even talk about Justin Jefferson there.
It's 11:30 in the morning, and I have not received the trade offer from my brother, so I hope he's okay because I get like 15 a day. A couple intriguing ones yesterday. I didn't want to pull the trigger without talking to you. It's not that I take any of your words like that serious, but I was just, you like to bounce off a couple ideas like I did yesterday, and I could have taken advantage of one, and you're like, deal, and I'm like, yes, and then I said no. I didn't want to burn him.
You didn't want to burn him?
Yeah, dude. He's 5-1. Danny, we call him Danny Bad Decisions because Danny has made so many bad decisions in fantasy football.
Just made one.
You're probably right. I should have definitely. He actually offered me another. Ready for this? And I said I sat on it and didn't do anything with it. He was offering me J.K. Dobbins and Kyle Pitts for Hunt, and I said no.
Well, I mean, you should have.
I said, can you wait till the Thursday injury report comes out? Because if that's the case, if Dobbins is a go, then yes, green light, go. Let's do it. But I can't. Dobbins' knee tightness. Who knows what the hell that's going to be?
You were out of your fucking mind for not doing that trade,
dude. Tell me why Kyle Pitts is a buy right now. Honestly,
I would strongly consider Dobbins for Kareem Hunt straight. Strongly consider,
but Dobbins is hurt.
I would. I'm just saying.
You really want to gamble and get a guy who's already experiencing knee tightness after coming off a season-long injury?
I mean, you're not.
That's the trepidation I have.
Unless Nick Chubb gets hurt, Kareem Hunt's just going to be very regular all year.
Thank you, Sam. I knew it.
And at least Kyle Pitts. Look at what he did down the stretch last season. I'm just saying, down the stretch last season, he had a monster second.
They're playing good right now too. So,
and I think there's a lot of value in like a trade asset in a Kyle Pitts, more so than any of the other three guys. Like, how about this? 100% doing Kareem Hunt for Kyle Pitts, and then I'll figure it out after.
But when your running backs are Zeke and Kareem Hunt and Latavius Murray with an Akers who is in flux,
so now
that's why you can't trade away anybody else for another running back.
So if I was to say to you, my running backs are Zeke, Kareem Hunt, and Latavius Murray, and then I was like, oh, that's crazy. In my other league, my running backs are Zeke, J.K. Dobbins, and Latavius Murray. They're the exact same fucking running backs. There's no difference to me, except one guy's got a knee tightness and one guy's going to be a backup for the whole season unless Nick Chubb gets hurt. And I know Kareem Hunt has very little he has standalone value. He gets his touches, but
he's got double-digit touches every week.
You're passing up the opportunity out of Kyle Pitts.
So you took Akers in every draft?
No, just one.
So you have them right now. So what do you want to hold them? What do you think?
The problem with Akers is it's already been confirmed that Sean McVay wants to trade him,
mm-hmm.
right? That's already written. And you would think this is their bye week, so they would have done it already. So now I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Because now I don't know. But if Akers, let's just say, gets traded to San Francisco, Buffalo, somebody that needs a running back.
It's definitely not going to San Fran.
But if he goes to Buffalo, then it's like, how much volume is one guy going to get? Because you got Singletary, you got the Cook out there, you got the other guy.
I think that if people are hanging on to a Cam Akers at this point in the season in hopes that he's going to end up in a very good
I only
situation.
took
where he's
Akers in
getting
one
the
draft,
bulk
bro.
of the carries. I don't think anybody's trading for Cam Akers to be the lead back unless there's an injury that happens this week. And they're like, well, what are we going to do? Oh, this guy.
When's the trade deadline? 2 weeks?
You could
End
maybe
of
see
October?
Denver, but then even if Cam Akers went to Denver right now, like what the fuck is he going to do on that offense? It's no better.
I don't know.
You know, he's going to be in a backfield right now. So he'll be the next guy that's being asked, well, why didn't you get involved? And like, I don't know, ask the coach. You know, it'll happen again with Nathaniel Hackett. Now, I'm saying you could probably, I haven't cut ties with him in all the leagues that I have him in, but Cam Akers is dangerously close to being dropped by me in every league.
What team do you think could use a Cam Akers right now?
There's teams that could definitely use him. And the problem is we don't know if it's just like a thing where him and McVay don't get along, or is it a Todd Gurley type situation where he's really just not effective? Because we thought McVay was just giving Todd Gurley a hard time because the way Gurley was talking was like, I should be out there. I'm ready to go. And he was playing sparingly, but for whatever reason, McVay just never gave him the reins again. And then as you saw, as things went down the line, Todd Gurley never caught on ever again anywhere. So is that a thing?
Miami. They got 15 running backs down there.
Yeah, but
That's
one
true,
could
they do.
none of them have taken the reins yet. So
You would think Mostert's already taken the reins over there. He's getting most hurt.
most hurt as well.
Not most hurt. He's healthy.
Yet.
I'm just saying he's healthy, and there's no such thing as injury prone.
Yes, there fucking is.
Toast, I got a break buds going.
Good
down
morning,
tonight,
Toasty.
Just so you know.
We got listen. What do you say? Section. Good morning, all section.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know either.
But, you know,
But we
must
did
be
talk
Alaska
baseball
thing.
this morning. You missed it. You missed our banter about the Yankees, and you missed. We didn't really talk about the Phillies coming back or losing yesterday to the San Diego Padres. It's like, Chris, opinion time.
Yeah.
Whoever wins the ALCS wins the World Series.
I have no idea.
All right. Well, that's why I guess
No,
your
that's
opinion.
not my opinion. No,
I'm asking.
I don't have an
do
assessment.
you
on
believe
that.
enough in the Padres or the Phillies to go on a run and win the World Series?
Yeah.
Are they equipped to do so?
I think the Astros are clearly the best team left
Definitely,
right now.
100%.
But, you know, the Padres have some moxie going and the Phillies as well. I think that the Phillies are in trouble tonight, but
Tomorrow.
I'm pulling for the Pods if it's not
Tomorrow.
the Yankees.
It's tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm pulling for the Padres 100%. I'm a big Manny Machado fan. So if it's not the Yankees, I want it to be Manny and the boys over there in Slam Diego.
Yeah, and this is all without Tatis. How do you think he feels right now? He's got to feel like junk.
Probably feels like he's like, I'm good. I got 20 million for this season. Didn't do shit for it. And
You don't
he's
get paid
rich.
when
And
you're
he was
suspended.
on the cover of the show too. You know what I mean? He's getting
But he
all that
wasn't
money.
suspended all year.
Yeah, but it's a nice little chunk of change that he's missing right now
Yeah.
because of the fact that he decided to
Put it
juice
this way, how
up.
does he feel? I don't know. Probably normal.
You want to call him? Let's call him.
Yeah, call him. See what he says.
Hey, Fernando,
Me, on
buddy.
the other hand, my heart bleeds for nobody that's rich like that. So
Yeah.
he'll be fine.
All right. Well, we got more baseball on the way tonight. Obviously, the Yankees game 2. We'll see if they can get it done. Luis Severino's coming on board. We'll see if that's a thing.
I mean, I hate. I'm gonna push back a little bit on the injury prone thing here, Rube, because to understand what I say when I mean injury prone, it's like, bro, if you hurt yourself several times and then you have a trouble rehabbing, and it takes. I don't understand how you could say somebody's not injury prone.
All right. So I'll ask you, Rube, is Dak Prescott officially injury prone to you? I mean, he's been in the league for 7 years. He broke his ankle. Obviously, that's the tragic one. And then a lat, a
And
shoulder,
and here's the
a
thing.
calf,
Here's the thing
a,
too.
a thumb. You know, these things are happening. What do you call
there's
that?
compensation for things, and then there's injuries that pile up that actually diminish your skill set. So it's not like you're all right. He's injury prone. Well, it's like fine. Maybe he's healthy now. He's healthy as he's going to be, right? Because he has all these lingering injuries.
He's
and
calling it
nagging
bad
injuries.
injury luck. That's all it is.
I agree that there's definitely a shred of bad injury luck, and you can't look at this one way and not the other. You have to take it from both sides. But the fact is, when you have bad injury luck several times in a row, and those bad injuries tend to pile up on you, now you're dealing with older bad injuries that, you know, like that affects you going forward.
Zeph is in the building. He says, maybe he's just a pussy.
I mean, very fair point.
Wrong place, wrong time, that the helmet was there when he threw. Yeah, listen, I understand. That is luck, right? But maybe a stronger hand doesn't break.
I agree.
How do you strengthen your hand? I have no
I
idea.
agree. But now that Dak is coming back and he has a weakened thumb, like there's a chance that his thumb is more prone to injury.
Well, now
I
it
get what you're
is.
saying.
right?
Yeah, you're
And
right.
like
Got
the
a steel plate in
same
his
thing
fucking
goes
hand.
for like if you blew out your knee and it was surgically repaired, like that knee may or may not be, depending on how good of a job the doctor did, it may be more prone to being re-injured. I mean, like this isn't even me being doctor. It's like I've tore my quad and then re-tore my quad. It's the same
fucking
injury.
Triple H over here.
So it's like
blew it out twice.
3 times. No,
You
twice.
tore
No, just twice.
Listen, I tore my
talking
ACL.
about
Listen, I
blowing
tore
out
my
something
ACL
else.
and meniscus, and I've recovered, and I've played active sports, not like adult sports, nothing crazy like softball. Not to say I'm burning it down the line, but what I will say is I was able to recover, and according to others, like when you get your ACL repaired, and they use like some other part of your body, a la like I think it was
Your
my
taint.
that,
Yeah, they take tissue off
They
your
clipped
taint.
a piece of Dave's
Yeah.
taint.
and
That's
that's
how it
why
grows
it's
back.
as strong as it's ever been.
ACL smells bad now.
Oh,
Do you know when we're babies,
God.
that's the first part of us to grow is our ass?
I'm sorry. What?
That's scientific. Yeah, like like a baby. When you're a baby and you're like in your mom's womb, the first part of you to grow is your butt, is your asshole.
The more you know here at Chop Sports.
Saw that in a documentary. It was really weird. I don't know why.
You watched the documentary about babies' asses?
Bailey's
Jesus
telling me
Christ,
I
Dave.
wouldn't. I don't
You're
have,
the one watching it. I'm
what
not
do
watching
I
it.
know about injury prone? I don't even have kids.
Yo, welcome to the
Oh
Shop
God,
Sports
bro. This is
Daily.
this is the kind of
Rob,
shit.
Rob watched the documentary, but he really found that out on TikTok.
Oh my God. This is why. And listen, look, besides the sponsors, if there was no sponsors, I don't know if we would do this show, but it's because of you guys. It's because of this shit and the laughter and the joy. And like, who else goes to work every day and gets to laugh every single day?
Does anybody hope with every fiber of their being that Khabib guy gets knocked the fuck out this weekend?
That's a big too. I
I
forgot
can't
about
wait.
that this
UFC
weekend.
this
Like
weekend. too.
Islam Makhachev against Charles Oliveira. We could talk about that for a little bit.
You see
right?
Charles Oliveira walking the tiger? You see that video? You didn't
That
see
was
it?
Bro,
Was
I
on
saw somebody
TikTok?
get attacked by a bear today.
What?
See that
There was a
shit?
couple crazy bear attacks.
What's
this
with the bear?
weekend.
Are you
You
mad?
started
Is it-
watching bear attacks?
First of all, there was a
Hey,
thing
look,
that-
Joe Rogan posted it.
There
I
was a
don't
thing
know.
that Joe Rogan posted, or a bunch of people posted this week. It was going around like a guy was hiking. He was climbing some peak. I don't know where he was, Wyoming, and a bear like climbed up the mountain to fuck his ass up, and the guy was just
What?
screaming. First of all, it sounded like exactly what you would think a guy being attacked by a bear sounds like.
Bro, I would sound like a fucking
Bro.
bitch, like a woman. Like,
And the guy actually did a really good job not getting eaten. Right?
did he get
He
away?
actually got the best of the bear because he had the high point.
Bro, he kept kicking him in the face. He kept kicking him. He was just like,
I'm serious, bro. He had the high. Dave, they can watch the video for the sound.
No, I need to watch it though. Now I need to see it. Wait. So he was up climbing like a mountain, and then the bear just said,
yeah,
"Fuck this,
bear
I'm
just
going to
showed up
get
out of
you."
nowhere. He's like, yo, what's up, dude? Like, it's my mountain dog.
Yeah,
Did he
Like,
bite him?
we have some heaters this weekend, though. Not just the Bears fighting humans, right? We have Islam Makhachev against Charles Oliveira, and then another really exciting fight: Peter Yan against O'Malley.
Oh yeah,
That's a great
Yeah,
fight.
been in
Big
the
time step
making,
up in
too.
competition right now.
Yo, hey, Mattawan Day's on Saturday, 5:00. After that, you want to grab dinner and like watch the fights? Look how excited I got for that.
I mean, can I be a third wheel? I mean, it's not like a date, but I kind of.
Hey, what are you doing Saturday night? You want to go on a
That
date?
was weird to me.
I
but,
might
you
already
know.
have plans.
Oh, come on. Tell Ashley to come.
I'll go eat with you.
You guys just made a date.
Ah.
Looks like it. But
How
no,
did I get
we'll revisit that situation after
Oh,
the
whoa,
show.
whoa, time out.
What
UFC's
the
at 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah, so we're not going to be able to watch it.
Oh, my
We're gonna have
God.
to stream it live at Mattawan Day.
Dave's like,
This-
damn, I wish I had those last 30 seconds back.
Yeah, right. Man, give me all that back. No date. I never want to go out with you. I don't even know why I even said that. Oh, my God.
It's in
That
Abu
sucks.
Dhabi. But
Ah,
can we
2
pick some
o'clock.
winners here? I'm
Sure.
gonna go with Charles Oliveira on the strength of.
I'll go with Charlie.
hate Islam Makhachev.
I'm with Charles,
I
too.
hate Khabib. I hate that team. I hate them.
Does O'Malley get it done though?
You don't need Chris. You just had him for like 3 days in a row.
All right, this is getting fucking.
Does O'Malley get it done or no?
I want him now. What?
Does O'Malley beat Jan or no?
I don't know, man. This is definitely O'Malley's biggest test, I think.
Yeah.
It'll be a really good fight.
I think
Styles make fights.
I think
Could take
that
a
Peter
page out of
Yan
your
is
book.
like typically a decent striker, decent boxer, but
It's a
he's
good idea,
very,
Scoop.
very, very straight up in his boxing approach. He's not the best kickboxer. I think O'Malley's going to present issues in terms of his length and his size. He's big, really big for a bantamweight.
His hands are ridiculous.
But Peter Yan, in their first match with Aljamain Sterling, he handled him in the wrestling department. So I know that Peter Yan is actually a better wrestler than people give him credit for. But I think he's just too much of a step up for O'Malley. I wonder if O'Malley's actually going to fight.
oh, really? Like
I-
that?
Do you think he pulls?
I don't know, man. Like, I hate to say that because I'm a big O'Malley fan, but just something about like he hasn't ever been willing to step up this much, and now he is. It's a very, very big step in competition.
It is
There's
kind
no
of weird because you
question.
got hurt once, and then again, you're like,
And
well,
honestly,
when's this guy going to fight a big fight?
Cheeto Vera was kind of working his ass in that fight. So it wasn't like he got hurt and it was a freak thing. You got hurt by leg kicks that were landing and you got finished on the ground. So big step up in competition, like I said, but the size difference is the one thing that gives him the shot in this one, in the distance. And I do think he could put anybody to sleep in in the division that he's fighting in because of his size, but I still probably going to lean towards Jan, but I'm going to pull for O'Malley, and I'll probably sprinkle a little bit because I think he's the dog.
O'Malley is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I didn't look at the odds at all. Shame on me, but I do think O'Malley.
I'll do it just because I'm very, very curious. Hold on.
As far as the main event goes, it's a very even matchup. No, that's the co-main.
Okay.
But I hate both of those fighters. I don't really like Sterling or Dillashaw.
I hate Dillashaw.
Who's in the main?
The main event is Charles Oliveira against Islam Makhachev. Yeah, and Oliveira is on a crazy run right now where he's beating the who's who in the lightweight division. Islam Makhachev hasn't fought anybody yet. I don't think he's beaten anybody in the top 5 even, and he's getting a title shot, largely based on the fact that Khabib did all his politicking. I think that he's really deserving in terms of his skill set, but he didn't win enough. And Charles Oliveira, when you bring this guy into deep waters, he knows how to swim a little bit better. I think he's way more talented on his feet than people think, and he hits a lot harder than people think. And I think if the fight goes to the ground, which is what Makhachev typically wants to do, Oliveira usually just submits people immediately. So as soon as the fight goes to the ground, you have to be really worried about getting ended. But Makhachev, that's his bread and butter, is to just lay on you and kind of be boring. So
which odds were you looking for?
All of them, really.
Am I in the wrong thing? I'm in the wrong thing.
I think Oliveira wins this one. I think he submits him. I know that sounds crazy to think that one of these crazy, like, robot Russian guys are going to get submitted, but Oliveira is the guy to do it.
Robot Russian guys.
Dave, how long is it taking you to?
I can't find it. Here we go. I got it. 280 main card. Doom. Sean O'Malley, is that what you're asking for? Right now, he's plus 200 underdog for the fight. Dillashaw is plus 144 underdog, and of course, Charles is 136 underdog.
So for a guy who doesn't know betting, right? Plus, what do you say, 280?
Yeah.
So if I bet 100, I win $180?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
That solves that. Anyway.
I don't know. I never knew.
And then perfectly logical
how do
question.
they figure that stuff
conversely,
out?
What do you mean?
How do they figure that out? Like, what makes him plus 280 is my
well,
opinion.
What they do initially is they have analysts that like actually look at the skill sets and everything, all the factors that would go into it, and they set like a baseline, right? And then everything thereafter is money moves it. So if like it'll open at this, and then if everybody bets one guy heavy, the odds will shift towards that person. And then they'll make it a little bit harder to bet that person for the public. So then other money will come in on the opposite fighter, and it kind of evens it out. And the books love
the more
that.
you get minus, the more it sucks.
Yeah, I know.
And that means the heavier the favorite. So if it's like minus 300, it's like, why am I betting?
So if it's minus 140,
that's not bad.
If I
like
bet
every football game is like minus 110.
If I bet 100, I win 140.
If it's minus 140, you'd have to risk 140 to win 100.
Okay, I get it. Okay.
Oliveira opened up at plus 325. It's been a down lot since Hawaii Mike coming in with that one.
But you get it. You get 325.
Oliveira 320. I wish I would have saw that.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So if it was 325, you bet it that day and it goes down to 220.
You get it at what you bet.
You get it where you bet.
Yeah. Once you're locked in, you're locked in. All right. That'll do it.
Talk break buds real quick.
Yes. Oh, break buds. Bring up the shit again. You got a couple more people in the chat.
We have one more spot available for the $50 break. You get a spot in the mini helmet, the jersey, and then the full-size helmet, and you get to pick your team. And then you also get a random team in all 3 of those items as well. So
2 chances to win.
There's one spot available
for $50.
Anybody that wants it, it's yours. If not, I'm going to keep it. So I don't really care.
Saints, Seahawks, Commodores is what's left.
Commodores. All right.
I didn't find the Commodores.
Yeah.
Right,
so those teams are left. Check it out tonight. We're going live right here on this channel. So subscribe to this channell, like this channel, hit the bell for this channel so you know we're live.
If you actually look on Chop Sports YouTube right now,
it's there. The rest of the breaks are there.
I already made the video and the link for today's break. So it's there sitting there. So you can just pop in and say, what's up? You know how we do over at the Break Buds.
Bailey said he bought the Seahawks. Cool. Did you say Seahawks in that?
Bailey bought the Seahawks in the one break. There is the Jersey break. The Seahawks are still available, I believe.
So now I'm confused.
Dave,
I'm sorry.
It's not for you to worry about.
Not for me to worry about. All right.
You were in on the one break, and then we'll go from there.
Okie dokie. So for Sturch, Gooch, Wrestling Rob, it's been another episode of the Chop Sports Show. Tomorrow we'll dive into Week 7, the entire slate. Let's lean on a Friday, and we'll recap everything that goes down with the Yankees tonight, and obviously Thursday night football. So have yourself a great day, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.